guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It is well known that the player Jonathan Kuminga wants to make a lot of money and ended up frustrated because the Warriors did not give him a new and advantageous contract extension. Some rival teams are already moving and have shown interest in the player, who will soon be a free agent. Rumors: Brooklyn Nets want Jonathan Kuminga and Warriors want Ben Simmons. The Golden State Warriors could be calling the Brooklyn Nets in the coming months about a surprising transaction. Golden State needs more talent in its lineup to compete in a loaded Western Conference, but who are they going to snag before February's deadline? A reunion with Kevin Durant could happen, and the Warriors have also been linked to Jimmy Butler. Everything is on the table as Golden State looks to pair Stephen Curry with another star. Even a Kawhi Leonard trade is not out of the question for the Warriors. A move perhaps more surprising than all of the above would be Golden State deciding to buy out three-time All-Star Ben Simmons from the Brooklyn Nets. Simmons to the Warriors was suggested on Thursday by The Ringer's Bill Simmons as a distinct possibility. According to Bill Simmons, Ben Simmons could effectively serve as a super backup to Draymond Green in Golden State. Ben Simmons is actually an asset, Simmons said. He can handle the ball, he's a point guard with size, he can get to the rim. It feels like he's healthy again. He's an expiring contract at $40.3 million. Could they trade him? I went through every team, I don't see it. I think he has a chance to become one of the most fascinating February buyout guys, because he could be the center in New Orleans. He could be an absolutely crazy Draymond Green backup in Golden State. I'm watching this Ben Simmons thing because if he can prove that he's healthy over the next 3 months, either he's a trade or he's a buyout guy, but I actually think he could have an impact on the playoff race playing 18 to 20 minutes a game for a really good team. The main question mark surrounding Ben Simmons, who is in the last year of his $177 million contract, is whether he can stay healthy for an extended period. If Simmons proves that his body is ready for a playoff run in 2025, the Warriors just might make a move. Without Steph, Warriors will discover if depth is good as advertised. After enjoying their full roster for only the first 4 days of their season, the Warriors are about to discover if the quality of their depth matches the quantity. Franchise player Stephen Curry will miss at least 2 games, and likely more, after sustaining a left ankle sprain Sunday in the fourth quarter of a 112-104 loss to the Clippers. Less than 4 minutes after Curry headed into the locker room, combo guard DeAnthony Melton left the game with a lower back strain. Curry and Melton will each miss at least 2 games and possibly more. Both are scheduled to be re-evaluated Friday before the Warriors leave town for a 5-game road trip that begins Saturday in Houston. In addition to Curry and Melton, starting guard Andrew Wiggins has a strained lower back and is listed as questionable for the game Tuesday night against New Orleans. I don't even know who I'm going to start tomorrow, Coach Steve Kerr said Monday after practice. That's the quandary that comes when 2 starters, including the most valuable member of the franchise, and a key rotation player land on the injury list. While acknowledging that a rotation of 9 or 10 is typical in the NBA, Kerr has said he's willing to go 12 deep, 14 if necessary. All 14 active players participated in the first 2 games of the season, both of which were blowouts, the first in Portland and the second at Utah. Now, though, the Warriors, 2-1, move into the discovery phase. While there is a reasonable chance Wiggins could be available Tuesday, the loss of Curry, the most unique point guard in the league, leaves a void that simply cannot be filled. Somebody must be the primary ball handler, and whomever gets the assignment will have dramatically different skills than Curry. Brandon Podziemski will handle the ball quite a bit, Kerr said. Kyle Anderson can play point forward. Draymond Green can play point forward. We have a lot of guys who can handle the ball. We'll most likely activate Pat Spencer, 2-way guard, tomorrow for an additional ball handler and go from there. The first inclination would be to start Podziemski at point guard. He has spent plenty of time running the second unit, a role he has split with Melton. The problem with such a move is the impact it would have on the spacing Kerr prioritizes. Through 2 games, Podziemski is 1 of 14 from distance. Through 3 games, starting small forward Jonathan Kuminga is 1 of 9 from deep, and Green has only 4 attempts beyond the arc. The Pelicans probably wouldn't mind Golden State starting a lineup that features Podziemski, Kuminga, and Green, along with center Tracy Jackson-Davis. If Wiggins is available, he'd get a lot of attention, and the paint will be crowded. "We're still learning our team," Kerr said. "We'll see some different combinations out there." That was part of the idea in preseason, to get a look at last many combinations as we could. Here's another option surely under consideration: Moses Moody in for Kuminga. Moody is 6 of 15 from deep. Only 6th man Buddy Hield, 13, Curry, 11, and Wiggins, 11, have attempted and made more triples than Moody. The next 24 hours will lead to an interesting lineup. One with a much thinner margin for error. It will provide the Warriors with an indication of whether they're roster deep enough to keep the team afloat without Curry. Or merely deep. New Golden State Warriors player expected to miss multiple games. The Golden State Warriors entered Sunday night's game against the Clippers as a fully healthy team. They finished the night far from it. After revealing that Steph Curry will miss multiple games and that Andrew Wiggins has suffered a back strain, the team has another guard injured. The Warriors revealed that new guard DeAnthony Melton is expected to miss at least 2 games as he deals with a strained lower back. The team revealed the announcement in a press release online. Golden State Warriors guard DeAnthony Melton, who exited last night's game against the Los Angeles Clippers in the 4th quarter, underwent an MRI on his back post-game last night. The MRI showed no structural damage. He has a strained lower back and will be re-evaluated on Friday. Anthony Slater of The Athletic revealed that the Warriors plan on being very cautious with Melton's back injury as he missed a portion of last season with a back issue. In 3 games with the Warriors this season, Melton averaged 6.3 points, 2.7 assists, 1.3 rebounds, and 1.0 steals on 35% shooting from the field. As a member of the Philadelphia 76ers last season, Melton averaged 11.1 points, 3.7 rebounds, 3.0 assists, and 1.6 steals on 38.6% shooting from the field. Jonathan Kuminga is heading for restricted free agency. He and the Golden State Warriors front office failed to reach an agreement ahead of the rookie extension deadline on October 21. As such, Kuminga will now be focused on playing himself into a bigger contract in the summer. The Warriors still hold his rights, so they can match any offer sheet he signs with another team, should they choose to do so. According to Bleacher Report's Jake Fisher, the Brooklyn Nets are a team to watch. They are reportedly in the market for upgrades during the 2025 offseason and could see Kuminga as a potential building block for the future. There's already been rumblings of Brooklyn willing to throw a big offer sheet at Jonathan Kuminga. I heard New Orleans Pelicans forward Trey Murphy's name before he got locked up, Fisher said during a recent live stream. Brooklyn would likely have to throw a significant offer Kuminga's way. It would need to be enough that the Warriors didn't feel comfortable matching it, as that would be the only way Brooklyn could pry him from the Bay Area. Kuminga enjoyed a breakout season during the Warriors' 2023-24 campaign and could potentially emerge as an all-star candidate in the coming months. Kuminga has struggled to begin the 2024-25 season, which is partially due to him starting in a new role as a small forward next to Draymond Green and Tracy Jackson-Davis. The lack of spacing is limiting his ability to tear through the lane and lean on his explosiveness. Still, if he can figure out his new position, it's highly unlikely the Warriors would consider letting him leave next summer, regardless of the price tag.